escorts. They're going to step into the middle of the track here by the opening where the entrance is and walk towards Mrs. Wright. And they're going to walk down towards the end of the benches at the end where you see their 3 banners with their names on it and their numbers. Okay, we're going to start off with Mark Fields. Mark is escorted by his mom, Miss Deanna Bradley. Walking. You can just walk there. Next up is Gabriel Morosky, escorted by his grandmother, Miss Irene Morosky.
He wants to know if you can record the games for him.
Next up we have Nick Candelaria. Nick's escorted by his mom, Miss Ada Mendez. His siblings, Miguel, John, and Brianna, and his special friend, Sophie Santiago. Congratulations, Nick.
You'll be up here with the camera?
Christian, move your camera more to you.
Next we have Noah Gisolfi. Noah's escorted by his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Alfred Gisolfi.
Good angles here. Where's the people? So when you get close up, so Christian, you're close people, you get close up. Zoom in on. Tilt down, you got the unlock it. Remember you locked it? Yeah, so tilt down, zoom in. Zoom in on that. Zoom in on that.
Our 5th senior we're going to recognize tonight is Christian Cherry. Christian is escorted by his cousin, Michaela Gordon, and his aunt, Miss Rosanna Gordon.
Yeah, look out there. They're down there with the flower and the family and mom and dad and the hug. They're right there on the track. They're right there. Zoom in on that. A little bit closer. A little bit closer.
Kella. Okay, thank you.
Right?
Kella Gordon and
Hands to take that. There you
Kelly
go. Now
Gordon.
you're right.
Thank you. I had to quick change in there. Sorry about that.
All right. Well, now guess what? Well, you got to be steady now. So you can switch it. To Christian Cherry.
All right, and our 6th and final senior that we'd like to recognize is Sean Petway, escorted by his mom, Jennifer Schoonmaker, his grandmother, Miss Cherry Schoonmaker, and his sister, Lilian.
There you go. Hold that. Take that. You see ants, roaches, and spiders up here? I see tons of spiders.
All right, everybody, come on down here if you would. So we're going to take a couple of photos. Families and athletes, if you could line up over here and face this way. Get right on the track, face this way with your families.
Okay, you get nice.
Face Mrs. Wright.
Jules and Christian, you go over and put the family.
And after we take a picture of you with your families, we'll ask the families to step out and we'll take a picture of just the seniors.
Christian, you can zoom in a little bit.
Sean is good. Oh, that? You good, Mrs. Wright? Okay.
Jules, go right a bit so you don't find anybody else. Right a bit. Now, if this arm is getting in Jules'
Just the
way,
seniors now, just the senior athletes.
here, lower it down, right? So it's not
Families and moms and dads, congratulations on this recognition tonight. Thank you for being here. We appreciate your support.
drinks a little by my expensive electronics. Who told me 620? You? That was Miss Cole. So I wouldn't use you. So the mics are not on yet. They're going to be on downstairs. So Kenny's going to compensate. I think Andrew's going to have a camera right there next to you.
Okay, this time in a few minutes we'll have the coin toss, or excuse me, the captain's meeting and the coin toss. We'll follow that with the national anthem.
Christian, slowly here to your right.
Go. Good, good. You here with Coach Kaplan?
Yeah, Captain.
Okay. I thought Andrew was doing the captain.
Yeah, I guess he failed again. You're fine, you're not lying.
I just spoke to Andrew. He wants to, and he said, Coach, I want to know if you can do the camera. I said it's okay.
Yeah, Cal just told me, no. No, you can because you're not live right now. No. I was in the
these over the
Jewel, zoom in.
hang on a second. Well, hang on a second. We have to readjust this. Here's what's going to have to happen.
When you came from your school, you spoke my shoulder. I really was gonna bad. I always punch after I see. I don't swing really.
Just see the touchdown point. The orange flag there? That's pretty much the edge of the field, but you can't see the
So
scoreboard.
I was like,
Okay. Christian's going
what?
to so,
You're not killing someone.
Christian's going to move the camera over a little bit so the coach, because there's going to be a fourth person potentially standing next to us. So I'm going to try to slide this over as best as we can. Alright, Jules, Christian, you see how the legs, they're not like spread out all the way? That's okay. They're in a little bit. The main thing you got to keep an eye on is this bubble. See this bubble in here? So long as the bubble's inside the red ring, you're balanced. See right there, look inside there. Look into it. Point the camera that way and look into it. You see it? It's like a bubble inside a circle. That shows you the camera's not crooked, it's flat, right? So if ever you kick a leg or if a coach kicks a leg, like it's alright, just check the bubble. If you want to adjust it, what you do is this. So you look at this one, you hold the camera steady, you unscrew this here. Now see the bubble's moving? Right? So what you gotta do is just get it as best you can to meet the bubble inside that red circle, tighten it up, and now you're level, right? Because I think maybe this guy here and another coach is probably going to try and squeeze in here. And if it's the coach we think it is, he's not a skinny coach.
Yeah,
Mr. B,
we need red lights on this one game.
hey Joel.
Camera scout, coach scout, camera 1, camera 2.
Yeah,
So I should be able to see the scoreboard, so I will leave you on a shot there. So
Shot.
whoever's doing this shot is going to be a scoreboard shot. And whoever's doing this shot, yeah. So one of you, you guys can do the first half. One of you's going to be on like game hands. Probably going to be Christian, right? This camera. So you're never going to be that close. You're going to be on a shot like that, kind of zoomed out, right? Your shot, Jules, is going to be. Your shot is going to be. You're going to be more interested in close ups. So when we say close ups, we mean like not zoomed out at everywhere, but like that, right? So you
So
can
let's say
see
push you on it.
about that close, yeah. So you never want to lose the ball, either one of you. But he'll get a wider shot. Does that make sense? So Christian, left shot, this is a wider shot, okay? And Jules will be the closer shot on this one. If ever Tan says, show me the scoreboard, that's going to be Chris. It's Chris on left, right? In which case, he might ask you, Jules, give me something to look at, like a nice shot. He'll say, take that. He'll take your shot. He'll say, Christian, now go to the scoreboard. Christian goes to the scoreboard. He'll say, I like that. I'll take that. The reason we have 2 cameras and someone here is we never need to see like a bouncy or like see him jiggling on. Don't take that. People are not seeing that on YouTube unless he puts it live, right? Because no one needs to see that.
right now
They're looking at this shot. So if you need to find someone, he'll say, show me Coach Calvin. He's talking to the players, and then you'll find him. Sure. So can you find the practice of their team for us, Jules? For those guys over there, the white team. Right? And Cam says, give her some indication this is live. You need to tell it before you take it, you tell it when you take it. You're live. So that means your shot is live, okay? So that means kind of be cool, be steady. And when you hear that you're live, I know, so I'm not live now. I can change my shot if I want.
Yeah, 2 or 3, keep it down there. Crazy shot.
You guys understand how when one's live, one's not live? So when you are live, try to be your best to be like super smooth. And when you're not live, it's okay. You can be a little bit looser with it. And if your hands that says, all right, you're live, Christian. Like, all right, I'm live. It may be really cool. Okay? So you guys do the first half. Heather, I'm going to take over at halftime for one of you guys. And you do the board in the first half, okay?
Be quick, you have to be quick.
Anything? 10 to 5? What, you can't break it downstairs? That's what I carry, man.
Yo, you know how hard See, every time I ask you,
I could break 100.
you can break 100, you can't break a 20? What is the logic of this?
I go like, plus 20 is in my other one.
Wait till how much? Yo, it's funny because I'm too old. It's too much. Or you guys are often walking, but everybody except for Christian. Yo, change your soul. Expensive. I'm trying to buy one with my name on it. It's like 700.
The chain alone was 600, and then the
I
pendant
got
was
one bullshit regular gold chain for like 4 or 500. I'm like, what's that? And I'm like, I'm trying to get one with my name. I'm going to this place in the Bronx. I forgot what it's called. They had some race just like 900.
You gotta be careful in the Bronx, though. They could jip you.
I know.
They'd be like, yeah, this is real.
I take my uncle with me. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you see my uncle, he's got chains, gold, and everything. Gets me checked, you know, anything. I'm gonna hook you one day. He's like, okay. That's when you get come back. Yeah, you too. Run with the shirt. Alright, you're staying here, you're not, you're coming with me. You're coming out.
You got a better view of the game over here.
So, try to think. Try to think.
I didn't even see it.
You four are staying here. Me and him are about to do that.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's not part of
I'm not part. I'm with Cal.
Well, you're still up here.
Alright. Number 5. 5 are staying up here.
You know what's crazy is my jersey's number 5.
What's the coincidence? I'm about to stay up here. I don't know who's downstairs commentating. I don't know. Don't care. I hit the doo-wop and we fly out. What? I don't know. That's why I came in.
Excuse me?
I said, I know everybody's in Mount
You know, all those alumni down there are really tight right now. Because you know the tradition where they announce all the alumni?
Gotti!
None of them. Yeah,
Gotti!
doing it no more. They
Yo,
only
Gotti!
2017, 2018, which was this year.
What's up?
So like all the alumni from when I played and all these guys, they don't know that they're not announcing.
Copy. Are you got it?
Varsity, come back at halftime.
Copy. Let me know. I need that.
So I got Jules, I got Christian, I got Heather, I got Tan. I got 4 in here already. But at halftime,
Hey, yo!
Okay, this time with the captains to meet the officials in the center of the field as we get ready for the captain's meeting and the coin toss.
you look at the last 2, where's the other one that came up here?
Which one is our team?
Are you gonna stay up here?
Which one is our team? Is that what you just said? You don't know your school colors. Blue and gold there.
So, Heather, you want to learn how to do something new? Easy word. I'm giving you the easy hat.
First of all, sir,
Yo, just like that, John. I just hit Gotti. He's down there. He's
What's up, Papito?
Just like that. I can make it. Yeah. Damn. Mr. B! I'm not even doing Timmy, why you up?
there is no need for this to
And
be
then
had.
you can come up here.
Bro, this shit went way down.
Come in.
I'm not trying to go
center of the field, please. After the captain's meeting and the coin toss, we'll have the playing of our national anthem.
The stutter? Yeah, I'm sure I'll be over after. I'll be at the house after.
No, I'm not gonna be there. Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna be there. Well, see you tomorrow.
What do you mean? What you doing tonight? You're going to Caitlin's?
Yeah.
You're trying to be fun and fancy free.
Yeah, huh?
Really got a feeling of love. That's what he does.
Yeah, no, yeah, I go to Coyotes with him. And Vinny, slowly.
Shit, can y'all introduce me to all y'all fighters? I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Get the fuck. Yeah. Go back
I'm
there.
trying to be with. I'm legal.
Yeah, we be going Coyotes, 50.
You know I got kicked out of Coyotes?
You did? For what?
Stands on the street. Nah, they want a person. I said, yo. Y'all fake. I said, y'all fake want to be cop. Get the fuck out of my face. What are you
That's
talking?
where you fucked up. You know, one's a cop, though. One of them is a
The
cop.
one with the cop, he came afterwards. After I
Was the white guy? The white guy?
Some white guy, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the white guy.
He came afterwards. I spazzed on him, dumbass. I'm like, "What the fuck?" I was like, yo, I can't go home. I left my keys in the car.
Yeah, nah, he's the only one that can actually touch people. There's one girl, he had to like put her in a whole lock and threw her outside the club.
Like I said, where y'all other friends at?
All my boys are down there, right
Wait a
there.
minute, move.
All my boys are right there. You got these two, you got black guy, white jacket. You seen Raymond. You got Lakeem over there.
After the coin toss, Ellenville's going to start out on defense. Sullivan West will be on offense. And everyone would please rise, face the flag next to the scoreboard as we honor this great country of ours with the playing of our national anthem.
Christian.
We good?
You gotta go slow down a little bit.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's go, guys.
All right, good luck to both teams tonight. We hope all the fans in attendance enjoyed tonight's contest.
Christian, get the huddle.
And it's my pleasure at this time as our Ellenville starting defense heads out to the field. These are the 8 players starting on our defense tonight. Number 1, Sean Petway, a senior. Number 8, Josh McNeil, sophomore. Next followed by number 13, Alexander Remenecki, a junior. He's followed by senior, number 21, Noah DeSolfi. Next we have number 26, sophomore, Walter Evans.
Yeah, he's
Next is senior, number 33, Nick Candelaria. He's followed by junior, number 34, Eric Wright. And our 8th and final senior start, or our 8th player starting tonight, number 61, Christian Sherry. also a senior. Good luck to both teams tonight.
All right, hello and welcome to this broadcast on 107, on Channel 20 and live on YouTube. This is Mr. Buckler coming to you from the Ellenville High School football field. It is Friday, September the 20th. It's 7:04 p.m. and I am here in the booth with Mr. Edrin George.
What's up?
What's up,
It's
Edrin?
Edrin George in the building.
How you doing, Edge?
It's good, you?
I'm good. I'm here for the my second game of the season. There aren't too many home games this year, and this is the last one, I believe. So there were only 2 games eventually this Ellenville season for the Blue Devils. And tonight it is Ellenville taking on Sullivan West. And we have a couple of roster sheets in front of us that we will be using. I'm going to guess you're more familiar with the Ellenville than Sullivan West. Would that be true?
Yes, sir. I was,
You played last year, correct?
yes.
What was your position, Edge?
I played lineman, defensive lineman, offensive lineman, and I was the second kicker.
All right, so we're getting ready for the kickoff here. It is 7:05 p.m., September 20th. Ellenville going from right to left in the all blue. They're going to be kicking off, which means Sullivan West will be receiving. And here we go. Here is the kick. So thank you for watching this live on YouTube or on delayed performances on YouTube and again on Channel 20. He drops the catch, but they recover the ball. Gain a good 15 or 20, about 15 yards gain. Who was that who caught it? You looking for that or are you looking for the tackle? So we have our roster sheets with us, so we can try to call out names as we see them. Now this is 8-man football. Edrin, you played last year, which was, I guess, the last time we ever played regular football.
Yes.
So you were a part of that. We'll see how long Ellenville takes part in 8-man football. This is the first season they've been doing it. And it's essentially the same game with the same rules, except the field is not as wide. It's cut in on both sides. First down for Sullivan West. He looks for a throwing play. Goes right down the center. 21 is going to try to stop him. Takes him down. So Ellenville 21.
Noah Gisolfi.
Noah Gisolfi. Now, is this your first time commentating football, Edrin?
No, I do not think so. I
No?
think I commentated once before.
All right. So welcome back to the booth. There we have more sheets. Try to put another Blue Devil roster in front of you. That way we can try to see what's going on here. What happened there? A penalty? Penalty on the offense for holding. We'll give a big shout out to our referee here in the booth who's going to be helping us tonight. What's your first name again, sir? He doesn't want us to tell him. That's okay. Shout out to the referee. That's all that matters. Shout out to the referee on the shot clock on the scoreboard. I brought down just before the line of scrimmage. So Blue Devils, what do you know their record is this year, Edrin?
I believe they're 0-2.
0-2. Only the third game of the season. The first game I was at 2 weeks ago was the home game, which they lost. They scored 2 touchdowns, and then the second game was last Friday. They scored a few points,
Yes.
just unable to get enough to be victorious. But they're not being held out by opposition teams yet. That was a good tackle there.
Great defense.
Gisolfi again, backed up by the number 1. Who's that?
Sean Petway.
So those two are a good team, and they're members of the TV studio. So I know them both fairly well this year. Both seniors. So they're players that you would have played with.
I got the chance to play with them for 2 years.
Now you can explain to our viewers, YouTube, we weren't able to get the live feed up and running just in time, but on repeat viewings you'll see it. But what happened before the game, Edge, when they recognized a few different people, right?
Yes.
Who they recognized?
We got the 2017 football team got recognized for our Class C championship banner.
Yep, which
Yes.
you were a part of.
Yes.
Yeah, congratulations to yourself and that team. That was one of the 2 banners that was announced, right?
Yes.
There was also a banner while the quarterback here makes a really good progression almost to the 10-yard line. Number 13, Sullivan West.
Ruben DeFries. with the
That's-
tackle.
Yep, Gabe Campanelli, senior quarterback for Sullivan West, with some good yards there. Not quite enough. It'll be 4th and 1. As we were saying, so you see the coach there who's just took his headphones off and he's yelling at his players. That's Lamarck Logan, who was also recognized pregame for his role in, remember what year it was?
1993.
1993. He was a New York State All-State player. So he was recognized today with a banner, because that news only really came to light recently thanks to Coach Kavanaugh. So he'll now have a banner in the gym. And the other recognition tonight was, of course, the seniors were recognized, because this is the final home game. And the number 12 is going to make the 1 yard he needed and get an extra 5 on top of that. So yeah, the seniors were recognized tonight, and I think from what I can see, there's the signs out front, in front of the Blue Devil benches. There are 6 seniors. So we have number 1, Sean Petway, number 7, Mark Fields. Who are the rest? Number 21,
Noah Jasofi,
number 33,
Nick Candelera,
number 61.
Christian Cherry,
Yep, and number 63.
Gabe Borowski.
Yeah. So those are the 6 seniors recognized before tonight's game. And it's going to be 1st and 10, right on the halfway line here. And he might go all the way. Stopped with 3 to go. Flag is down. So it's a beautiful night here tonight in Ellenville.
Holding on the offense.
Holding on the offense, so another penalty. That's twice in the opening 3 minutes and 10 seconds that they've had a holding penalty. Score still 0-0 here in the first quarter. But it is a beautiful night for a football game. You miss it, Edrin?
Oh, my God.
You miss playing football?
Yes.
You still play ever? Just for fun?
Kind of. Like, I'll throw the ball around, but don't have the chance to hit somebody again.
Oh, number 12. Unlucky not to catch that. He would have been not quite at the races. 33 was there to block him. But the 12, Henry Peters, running back, almost had a clear run to the end zone. The 33 might have stopped him. That would have been Nick Candelaria. But he dropped the catch. So that's what's important. Incomplete pass. So we mentioned a couple of them. Let's make sure we recognize all the coaches for the Blue Devils. There's, of course, head coach Dan Kavanaugh, assisted by Andrew Garigliano and Lamarck Logan. And now the 33 is on his bike on the right wing, and Candelaria with a heavy hit, shoulder to shoulder. Oh, and the 33 is unhappy about that for Sullivan West. It seemed like a shoulder-to-shoulder hit. It seemed fairly fair, even, 50-50. But it was a hard hit. Joe Furlipa, the 33, was hit by Ellenville's 33, Nick Candelaria, who did his job, stopped him from making any progress. But he didn't like it, did he, the Sullivan West guy?
No, he didn't. I thought it was a fumble.
Well, he was out of bounds. He knocked him right on the sideline. Unless that's what he was upset about, that he was trying to say I ran out of bounds, so there was no need to hit me that hard. But Nick had to make the tackle. In my eyes, I don't think there was anything excessive in that play, because he was right on the line when he tackled him.
There's a couple flags thrown.
Yeah, they're going to look into this to see. I guess the only way Nick would be in trouble is if the ball was definitely out before the tackle was made. I don't think it was the case, but the 33 certainly responded inappropriately. But he's still on the field as we speak. So, well, everyone's still on the field. No ejections, which is good. We don't want to see players ejected, right,
No,
Adrian?
never.
No, you never want to see that. But you're right. The referees just making sure everyone's happy. But that's something something to keep our eye on here for the rest of this quarter and the rest of this game. And Nick is in that left defensive back position. Now, the 12 right down the center. 26 with a hard hit to stop him, but not enough to stop the first down.
It's Walter Evans.
Walter Evans. What was your fondest memory, or what are some of your fondest memories when you were a Blue Devil football player? What comes to mind when I ask you that question?
I think it was the 2017 year.
Mm-hmm.
We played at Monticello.
Mhm.
It was raining. It was freezing. It was like at least below, like, one, like, I don't know. It was like -5 outside. And I didn't even have my own pants. I was wearing a teammate's pants who was a running back, and they barely fit.
Yeah.
and I ended up getting 12 tackles that game.
12 tackles. Was that a season high?
Yeah.
Yeah, personal best?
Yes.
Nice job. 13 there with some significant yardage. Gabe Campanelli for Sullivan West. He makes a first down. And Sullivan West are approaching Ellenville's end zone. I imagine the players always preferred playing on nights like this, though, nights like that one you described, right? Even though
Yes.
it made it memorable looking back.
Anything warmer than that.
Nights like tonight are perfect. Number 13 now. Going to throw it. Lateral pass dropped. 21 was there just in case. It was a fumble, no Gisolfi. So it'll be 2nd and 10. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. I want to give a big shout out to all the tech crew members here today, along with Adrian on the commentary mic. We have upstairs Tans, Heather, Jules, and Christian. Number 13 does the fake off pass, goes himself down the right wing. The 33 gets pushed off the ball. Now, is that legal? Can you push someone off the ball? So the 33, Nick Candelaria, was basically coming across, getting ready to brace himself for the tackle. The 33's teammate pushed him with 2 hands.
It's only if you don't lower your shoulder and hit him, it's fine.
It's okay. So you
Yes.
can do like a 2-handed push,
Yes.
even if you haven't got the ball.
That's blocking. That's
Okay,
blocking.
and you're allowed to do that off the ball
Yes.
on someone. You just can't shoulder charge them.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be blindsiding. That's a penalty.
So a 2-handed push there was enough to put well, he didn't quite make the touchdown, but I think we are at 1st and goal. We're going to charge it down the center, fake off, and now he's surely going to make it. Just about stays in, and he makes it. Touchdown.
No.
That was
a
2-point conversion. I'm sorry. So yeah, they did make that first touchdown. It wasn't 1st and goal. It was a touchdown, and then that was a 2-point conversion. So we're 8-0. Sullivan West leads here against Ellenville High School. One of the Sullivan West offense gave a 2-handed push to Nick Candelaria, who was preparing himself to kind of line up because he saw the guy with the ball coming towards him, and he just got a 2-handed push. I don't know if that was legal or not, but I guess it's all right. As Adrian explained, it wasn't a excessive force challenge off the ball, right? It wasn't blocking. Well, it's blocking. Blocking is fair, correct?
Yes.
Right. Blindsiding is not.
No.
Tripping? If I put my foot there and push you into my foot?
Only if you don't get caught.
There's no VAR in high school football, right? Video assistant referees. We can't throw a flag from up here, I'm afraid. All right, so Sullivan West will kick off. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. They lead 8-0. It's a good kick. It's going to bounce awkwardly for the 1. He couldn't quite control it. It bounces out. It's Sean Petway. Looks a bit frustrated that he didn't do better. Adrian, if you do want a chair, there is one up. There is another one up here, but it's a little bit broken, so you might be better off standing. But actually, no, I'm sorry. The referee has the broken chair, so Adrian, you got to stand, buddy. So first down for the Ellenville offense on their own 25-yard approximately. Snap back to the 5. A long throw and play. About 5 yards in front of the 1, but the 5 was going for it. That's David McCombs, quarterback, looking for the number 1, Sean Petway, with that pass. It's an ambitious throw. Unsuccessful. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Ellenville's the home team. The Sullivan West are the visiting team, so they should be home 0, visitor 8. And home 0, please. There we go. This man knows how to use a scoreboard better than I do. All right, so 2nd down. Referee says hang on a second. It will be 2nd and 10 for the Blue Devils on their own 25.
Sean Petway as QB.
He's trying to go around the
looking
middle.
to run.
Ooh, the 71. I guess he made some good forward motion there. Big old pile of players. 71 leading the tackling, I thought, for Sullivan West. Oh, I don't see a 71 on my sheet. Maybe it was 61. That would be Chris. No.
Should be 71.
Should be on here. They're not in number order, which makes our life a little bit harder. I don't see a 71 for Sullivan West, though. You see it?
Maybe they.
I don't know. Unless I'm misreading his shirt.
No.
70, maybe 75 is what I saw. Who's the guy?
No, there's 71 right there. He's inside linebacker.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, inside linebacker 71. But not according to our sheet. We'll have to find out who that is. He's probably wearing a different number. The coaching staff of Sullivan West is the combination, let's see, co-head coaches of J.P. Lang, Ron Bauer, assisted by John Hauschild and David Franskevich. Timeout. Timeout Sullivan West. There was some confusion there prior to the play. The referees were delaying things, and I think in the end that was a timeout, right?
Timeout, I think, for the Blue Devils.
For Blue Devils. Yep, you're right. They have 2 remaining. Sullivan West has 3 remaining. So Coach Kavanaugh tells his players to take a drink, take a water break. Now, does that mean it's a full time? Is there such thing as full timeouts? That's basketball, right? Where you have like half timeouts, full timeouts. Football is just timeouts, right?
Yes.
And you get 3 per half.
I believe so. Yes.
3 per half. So Sullivan West retakes the field on the defense. No, you're good. I should probably give you the headphone with a longer cable, being that I'm the one sitting closer to it. But. So we are, all things being well, we are live tonight on YouTube. So we thank you if you're tuning in to us live out there on YouTube tonight. Thank you for joining us. And if you are not able to watch it live, then you're probably watching this on a repeat performance on YouTube on demand or on Channel 20, a service of the Ellenville Central School District. So again, however you're watching this game, we thank you for tuning in and for cheering on and supporting the Blue Devils. There's a few members here tonight, of course. It's a beautiful night to come on out and watch some live football. And Edrin, we're going to swap headphones so this doesn't happen. That should be a lot more. Oh, there we go. That should be a lot more slack for you, Edrin. There we go. That's much better. All right, so with 6 minutes 20 left in the first quarter, Ellenville down by 8 points. Yet to get on the scoreboard, but it's 3rd down, 3rd and 5, or 3rd and 6. Looks right now, goes left. Is that Petway?
Petway.
Doesn't quite get close. Oh, he almost gets pushed forward by the tackle. He's already got about 1 yard to go now.
Looks like the play got messed up in the backfield.
Coach Kavanaugh is the offensive coach, right?
Yes.
Typically, and Lamarck Logan handles defense.
And Greg's handles special teams.
Okay. Who do you think has more fun? What would you have more fun coaching, offense or defense?
Defense.
Defense?
Defense. Of course. Have to be.
What do you prefer about defense to offense?
You get to hit somebody.
So it is, I'm right, it's only about inches or at least 1 yard for Ellenville to go. 4th and 1, let's say. Can they make the 1 yard or less? It would seriously help if they can push themselves over the line.
I believe they got it.
They got to get it now. Yeah, it's a big old push, and the guy needs to let go because the play is over. That's a big guy, the 75. Let's see if he's on my. That's Chris Campanelli, 10th grader. And they did surely definitely make 1st down. Only by 2 yards, but that's all you need. 2 and a bit yards. That's plenty. When you only want to go 1. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Blue Devils on their own 37-yard line. 5 minutes, and the clock is ticking here in the first quarter.
Takes the handoff, needs to get moving before he gets tackled. Oh, and there is a tackle. The 71 and the 12. Combining there, the 12 is Henry Peters. It'll be 2nd and 10. Now, did you ever used to watch the football before you became a varsity player, Adrian? Did you ever watch Blue Devil football?
No.
No, not really.
I don't think I did.
Not until you got drafted in. Did
Yeah.
you become a part? What year did you become a member of the football team?
Started in 7th grade.
Okay.
And we went undefeated until my 9th grade year and modified.
Oh, he does a great skip over the first tackle there.
There's a flag call.
So he was tackled after making, let's say, only 2 yards of the progress he needed, but then he skipped over that first tackle and he made it to a couple more yards in. Penalty on the offense? On defense?
They're going to call now.
Because he made it with about...
Might be holding on the offense for the Blue Devils.
It should be 2nd and 5, but it's going to be...
Block in the back, yeah.
10-yard penalty?
15.
15-yard penalty. Ouch. And they had about 5 to go, so it's going to be essentially a 20-yard play now. Not quite 20, I guess. About 17 yards, so 2nd and 17 for the Blue Devils. Or 2nd and 16 is more accurate. It's a tough call. 3 minutes and 20 to go until the end of the first quarter. Looks good upstairs. Looks good upstairs, camera crew. Oh, drop the ball. Before zoom out a little bit. There you go. Cut to the wide shot on the play. Make sure you don't lose the ball. They can hear me upstairs, I hope. If you can hear me upstairs, jiggle the camera. Can you hear me upstairs? Jiggle the camera. Just go left and right for no reason other than you hear what I'm saying. I'm just talking to myself here, aren't I? See if that TV's turned up if they can hear me. They should be able to hear me upstairs, I hope. Hopefully people can hear me out there on YouTube. Number 5 fakes the throw, does make the throw.
Looks like the punting team is coming on.
Yeah. Well, they got so many yards to go. It would be 4th and 15.
You got Christian Cherry, one of the seniors tonight, punting the ball. Ooh.
So what they do, Adrian? I missed that.
They punted the ball.
They punted?
Yes.
And it wasn't caught in return for a 60-yard touchdown?
Fair catch.
Fair catch. That means don't hurt me, right?
Yeah.
When someone says that?
Don't hit me, please.
Don't hit me, please. If you do, it's a pretty bad penalty if you do that, right? So like 20-yard penalty, ejection or something?
I think it might be 15.
Personal foul. So a chance for the Sullivan West offense to try and add to their 8-point lead now. They'll be starting from their own 38-yard line. The 28 runs to the left. The 20 can just about push him out of bounds. No, brings him down. Good tackle.
Joseph Cortez with the tackle.
Yeah, the tackle on the 28, Justin Laconi, 11th grade wide receiver. Now, did you ever play 8-man football, like in a practice or anything?
No. We usually just played 11-man.
Yeah.
That's really it.
You ever play flag football?
Yes.
For fun? Or in practice?
When I was a kid at Burn Road.
Mm-hmm.
Team actually went undefeated one year, won the championship.
Nice. 1st and 10 for Sullivan West, close to the halfway line.
Looked like there was a read, and
A good tackle by the 1, but the 13 is not going down easy. The 61 is in there for Ellenville to help. That's Christian Cherry, along with 2 or 3 other bigger hitters. And the 34
Eric Wright
has a slight knock. Walks off with a bit of a limp. Let's see if he shakes it off. So it's going to be 2nd and 12 or 2nd and 13.
QB. Oh, good stop by Walter Evans.
Yeah, pushing him back some more yards. So really strong defense. The last 2 plays. "13" got up slowly that time. That's Gabe Campanelli. Number 3 looks like he's getting ready to come in for Blue Devils. That would be the guy that made the 98-yard touchdown last home game, I think. Marlon Cabrera. He's on the sidelines for the Blue Devils. He wants to exercise his running legs. So 3rd and 15. They may have to throw this. He fakes the throw. Goes inside. He makes up the first 5 yards. And
dog pile.
Everyone except for about 3 players, 2 from either side, was involved in that pile. And Blue Devils stopped him from getting to the 10-yard line he needed. So it's going to be, I think, 4th and 5. Let's see if Campanelli again gets up slowly. Yeah, let's see if they don't look to be changing their team up, so they're not going to punt it. They're going to go for the 4th down. They're on about the, they're going to be starting this play from about the 44, Ellenville 44. And they look a confident bunch. They think they can probably make up 4 yards in one play, but Ellenville had 2 very strong defensive plays prior to this. Looks like we got timeout, maybe. Or a halftime. I'm sorry, quarter break. End of the first quarter. The timeout's ticked away. Let's get a shot of the scoreboard on the primary camera while the second one gives us a shot of maybe the Ellenville coach or the Ellenville huddle. Let's see what how you handle upstairs cameras. So show us a shot on the right camera first. Hopefully you can hear me upstairs. I was told you can. So let's get a shot. There's the scoreboard. You can go down and center up a little bit, zoom in a little bit, but that is the scoreboard. Ellenville 0 for home. Sullivan West 8 for the visitors. And there are 12 minutes now in the second quarter. Just got changed. Good job, cameras. Good job up there. You guys are doing fine.
Hot dogs are being grilled by our
that's fine, guys. You can switch back. That's good.
Hot dog. Got a lot of snacks and drinks, so please support the senior class.
You can switch back now, guys.
Coming down to the concession stand.
All right, so Ellenville back on the field. Ready for 4th down. Let's go back to the field, guys. Back to the game. Nice job. So if you're just tuning in, this is Mr. Buckler alongside Edrin George in the commentary booth. It is Friday, September 20th. It's about 7:32, and we're just about to start the second quarter of high school varsity Blue Devil football. Ellenville taking on Sullivan West, and Sullivan West leads by 8 points to 0. Ellenville are hoping they can stop Sullivan West from gaining the final 5 yards. It's a 4th and 5 for Sullivan West. If they can stop him here, they'll regain possession of the ball. They're going to hand off to the 33. He's going to go to the right side. Surely he's going to get tackled. Wow, what a tackle.
By Sean Petway.
That was amazing. And the 34 signals to Sean Petway that was a good tackle. Eric Wright gives him a slap on the back. Amazing tackle by Petway to change the possession over to the Blue Devils offense now. There what? You can look with it. Look So that was a great tackle by Ellenville's number 1, Sean Petway, to slam the Sullivan West ball runner onto the ground. And it means Ellenville will restart with the ball right on the halfway line, on the 49-yard line of Sullivan West. Oh, he's going to get spun around, still made some forward motion. Petway, number 1, with the ball, but could hurt his arm like that. But I think he's all right. He's going to come off and talk to Kavanaugh. Adrian's back. He was able to find something to sit on.
Yes.
Commentating football is fun. Sitting down on commentating is even better.
Way better. Feel my legs again.
All right, 2nd and 5 for Blue Devils. Tried to go down the center. There's a big scrum in the middle.
Another dog pile.
Ellenville player still has the ball.
They might have gained a yard.
Yeah, maybe 1. Not much. Yeah, maybe 2. I think it'll be 3rd. Was that 3rd down already?
Now it's 3rd.
Oh, that was 3rd. So it'll be 4th.
No, it's 3rd now.
It's 3rd now, yeah. So it'll be 3rd and 3 for Blue Devils. See what they can do here.
Send Marlon in motion.
Well, he makes the first down. He
So-
may go all the way. Look at that pace. Sean Petway, having only a few plays ago, made that exceptional tackle to get Ellenville the ball right about the halfway line. 3 plays later, he goes on to complete a 40-yard touchdown run, maybe a 45-yard touchdown run. And that gets Ellenville on the scoreboard. 6 points to Sullivan West's 8. And the Blue Devils, you think they'll go for 2?
I think they're going for 2.
10 minutes exactly on the scoreboard. We'll get a shot of the scoreboard right after this play, so not yet.
From my experience, we never kick the ball.
It's not likely, right? Zoom out just a bit. There he is with the ball now. He's going to run to the right side. Cut inside.
Cut back in.
Makes it easy.
It's good.
It's good. Ellenville gets 2 more to make it 8 to Sullivan West. 8. There's a shot of the scoreboard for you. 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Ellenville ties it up 8 apiece. And that gets the home crowd cheering, as it should. So good job, cameras upstairs. And good job, Ellenville Blue Devils. So I hear some cheers, but I don't see any cheerleaders. Oh, I do see some
Sullivan.
cheerleaders. You're right. Now I see them. At first I didn't see them before. There are some cheerleaders on the far side for Sullivan West. Cameras are welcome to get a shot of them in the period here between kickoff. On the very far side, they're right in front of the opposite bleacher. There are 6 cheerleaders for Sullivan West. You don't have to show them cameras, but if you want to show them, that is what I'm talking about. I guess not.
Look like Christian Cherry will be kicking the ball off instead of Sean Petway.
Petway's the normal kicker.
Yes.
Is Petway out there, or is he taking a break?
He's on the bench right now.
Taking a break. Not a bad kick. Good spin.
Good kick.
Good catch. But the 12, he's going to not make too much motion. Well tackled. 21 was in there to help with that tackle. Henry Peters stopped. I'm sorry, go ahead, Adrian.
Stopped by, who was it? Nick Candelaria?
And Noah. Noah's 21. There was 2 players there that stopped him, right? Or 2 were right close to him. It was a good stop because once he caught the ball, he thought about which way should I go, and by the time he made up his mind, they were
surrounded him
right on top of him, so he didn't really make any yard progress from where he caught the ball. He caught it on about his own 32. So that's where Sullivan West will restart here on first down. The snap back, the
Run up the
handoff.
middle.
Yeah, down the center.
I think it was a tackle by Noah DeSolfi.
Yeah, he was flat on the ground. It almost looked like the player ran over him, but maybe he was able to put an arm up and stop him. Now, do you know, is there JV football? There is modified.
There's
this year, right?
modified.
But no
I
JV.
think JV and varsity are mixed.
Combined, yeah. Just a hand off to the 12. He goes down the right side. He's going to get significant yards. Solid tackle.
Solid hit by Nick.
Yeah. He's done a couple of those today. Hope he's all right. He's certainly putting his body on the line tonight. And it wasn't enough to stop the first down, but it did pretty much stop him from getting any further. So good tackle by Nick. Sullivan West going to restart on the halfway line. First down. Timeout. Ellenville?
Yes, too many players on the field, I think. Yeah.
So here's a question for you, Edwin. In your years playing football, did Ellenville or a team you played against ever get away with having too many players on the field that you can remember and like the referees didn't notice and the opposition didn't notice? Does that ever happen?
I think we might have got away with it one time. I think it was a home game too.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we had 12, and then during the middle of the play, somebody ran off.
Right, and then no penalty was called,
Yeah.
no flag, right? Because what would the penalty be if too many players on the pitch? 10-yard penalty? 15-yard penalty if they participate.
Yeah.
What if they don't participate? A 5-yard penalty, too many men on the field. Okay, so either a 5 or 15-yard penalty would be the consequence of too many players on the field. And obviously, Ellenville wanted to, we think, avoid that just then, so they called a quick timeout to make sure they could get the correct number of players on the field. So here it is, 1st and 10 on the halfway line. All tied up here at 8 apiece. Sullivan West offense with the ball. He's going up. He's going right down the center. Good tackle in the end, but even when he got two arms around him, he still carried him forward another 5 or more yards. I see him fixing his socks there. That's the Ellenville. Can't see his number. It's covered up. Is that the 8?
That's Josh McNeil.
Josh McNeil there with the tackle, I think.
Number 8.
Good tackle, but I think that guy has him outnumbered in terms of
weight,
momentum. Like I said, he stopped him, but didn't stop him right away. So first down, significant yards gained that time by Sullivan West.
Oh, there's a flag.
Flag on the play. 2 players down. 34 for Ellenville will be Eric Wright. He was predicting the scoreboard, Mr. Moore. He was predicting what was going to happen.
Another flag thrown.
Flag down. 13 is going to go down the right side. He's going to get stopped by the 21. No Gisolfi, but you're right. Flag was out early on that one. Quick shout out to Mr. Moore. You may have heard me chatting to there in the background. He's around tonight, doing all the pregame announcements and midgame announcements on the PA system. He might be joining us in the second half to just fill us in on any athletic director details he can share with us. So the 63 comes off for Ellenville. That's Gabe Morosky. So the flag calls the penalty on the offense, sorry. 10-yard penalty?
I can't see.
Because they were close, and now it's going to be first down. Oh, they're going back quite a bit.
Big 5-yard penalty. No.
It's more than that. It's at least it's a 10-yard penalty, I think. Do we see what it was for?
Yeah, it might be 10 yards.
Maybe 15-yard penalty on the offense, Sullivan West. And they'll be kicking themselves for that because they were making great progress towards Ellenville's end line, end zone, and now it's going to be 1st and 20 or 1st and 25. So a significant penalty. They're going to have to really pull out the stops now. So 7.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Number 12. Good stop by, who is that? Is that Walter, is that 26?
Well, the 34 was involved. I don't know if he was, that's Eric Wright. I don't know if he made the tackle or if he made a secondary tackle, but. Yeah, they stopped him from getting too far. It's still going to be now 2nd and 15. A real test now for the Sullivan West offense. High snap, catches it well. Flag on the play.
False start by Sean.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. So that'll push him right up to where they wanted to be to begin all this. That'll be 2nd and 10, I think, or thereabouts. No, it's a foul on the offense. 5-yard penalty on the offense. So if I was the offensive coach for Sullivan West, I'd be kicking myself because they've just conceded 20 yards in penalties in two or three downs. They've conceded 20 yards in penalties. That's not good. How would Coach Kavanaugh be reacting if that was your offense, Edrin?
Somebody would probably be playing the bench right now.
Especially if they go on to score, all sins are forgiven. But if they lose the ball here in the next couple of downs, they're kicking themselves. Great tackle.
Wrapped his feet up.
Good defense.
Eric Wright.
Yeah, number 34. But great defense across the as a team there because they really gave the offense nowhere to go. And he just said, all right, I'm going to go this way towards Eric, and Eric just took him down. So good defense on the whole from the Blue Devils. And now they have made life extremely difficult for Sullivan West. 3rd and, I don't know what that is now, 25 yards. Something special is what Sullivan West is going to be looking for here, or else they're going to be giving the ball back to Ellenville. They got 2 downs. Let's see. Pass to the side. Good catch by the 28, but he gets pushed out of bounds. The 28 with a good catch. That is 28, Justin Laconi with the catch there to cut some of the yards out that they need. He got it down to about 15 now, 4th and 15. They're not going to punt, but they probably should. Well, I guess they're getting closer to Ellenville's end zone, but not by a lot. They're going to be restarting this play on the 36, on the Ellenville 36. Coach Kavanaugh.
They're going to be punting.
They are going to punt. Because they got too many yards to go, you would feel. So they're just going to kick this one and probably kick it. Well, it's going to go out to the
Straight
side.
out of bounds.
Not a good kick, right?
Never. Goes out of bounds.
He only gained about maybe 10 yards in forward motion, and then it just went out to the side. A good kick from there would have been to kick it right to the end zone, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
you should
Right
be,
before the goal line.
yeah, you should be able to drop kick it from the 40 or 35 to the end zone, I would think. I know I could.
Right before the goal line, and then touch it.
So not a
Put 'em on the
great
1 yard
kick.
line.
So like I said, they did not score a touchdown. The offensive coach, you would think, for Sullivan West is livid right now. That's probably either J.P. Lang or Ron Bauer, assisted by John Housechild or David Franskovich, and I'm sure they're not happy because they had a good chance there to go up in this game again. They took the lead in this game, and they've been put back to 8-8, and now Ellenville has the ball.
Sean looking to get rid of it.
He's got some time.
Ooh,
Got a
good
solid catch.
By Josh.
Josh
Yeah.
McNeil, yeah, great catch. You're right, Petway, where he had some good blocking there to buy him a good few seconds where he could get his head up and say, where do I want to send this ball? And he threw it all of 20 yards, 15, 20-yard throw or more. And solid catch. It was an important catch to make on a first down as well, just to get the ball really moving up towards the halfway line now. They'll restart first down on their own 49.
Sean looking to throw again.
And this time,
he's on a run.
Goes down the center, gains about 1 or 2. Now, he's not the quarterback, is he?
He is.
For Ellenville?
He's a quarterback, and sometimes he plays running back.
Dave McComb's not out there today? He's out there sometimes, right?
He's playing wide receiver right now, number 5.
You got to have more than one position in your locker if you're playing high school football, right, Edwin?
Yes.
Sometimes 5 or 6.
I played like 5 or 6.
You guys play offense, you play defense, and when you're on offense, you might do 2 or even 3 different roles, and same for defense, right?
Still special teams.
Yeah, flag on the play.
What is it, illegal motion? What is
Penalty on the offense. Offsides. 5-yard penalty. Motion. False start. And we just said the offensive coach for Sullivan West will be kicking himself. Now it's going to be Dan Kavanaugh's turn to say, come on, guys. You made a great first down play. Let's not give up silly penalties here or there. You understand if you give away a penalty when you're like trying to make a difficult play, but if it's a first down or a second down, let's get some yards. Snap back, Petway thinks about the throw.
Overthrew it
quite a bit, looking for McCombs. So it's going to be 3rd and 12 for the Blue Devils. He's going to get dropped after only making about 2 yards up, so it will be 4th and 10. Just inside their own half.
Might be 4th and 12.
4th and 11 or 12 even. Think they'll punt? Don't think so, right?
Sean's walking back out, so I think they're going for it.
Now, what's that yellow tape around his left arm? Is it a captain armband that's peeling off, or is it a...
Might be medical tape.
Medical tape, kind of compression tape. So they're
Might be a fake punt.
Going to go for something here. Blue Devils.
Looks like a fake punt.
He's got 2 on-rushing defenders. Launches a throw.
Oh.
Just too short for the 23.
Cash.
Casimiro Pomales, 9th grader. The only 9th grader on my roster sheet for Blue Devils. Looking for Cass. He couldn't quite make the catch. Oh, we're getting drink deliveries up here. This would be great. I would love it if someone brought me a drink while I'm commentating. That'd be amazing. Must be nice, Edrin. Must be nice. I didn't even hear you ask for it, and there it is. You can do the second half if you would like. We are 2 minutes 46 seconds away from halftime. And at halftime, I'm sure I'll have enough tech crew members to switch everybody out. So you can do a camera, you can do a camera, you can do switcher. Sure am talking to you. Snap back, first down for a Sullivan West offense. Pretty much stopped him gaining anything. It'll be 2nd and 11. Hot chocolate. Smells good. Smells good.
Tastes good too.
All right, 2nd and 11 for Sullivan West. 2 minutes to go until halftime.
Number 7 is running with the jump throw.
Oof. Some serious tackling going on in this game. Like I can tell you
Almost
that.
took the bleacher with him.
Both sides they're putting their all on the line. They want to. This game is serious. It's tied up too. You can see why neither team is blowing the other side out. So both teams have a legitimate shot at this game as we approach halftime. All tied up at 8-8, and you can tell by the ferocity of some of the tackles. They're keeping them on the field, and they're all within the bounds of the game because the referees have not given any penalties for excessive force or anything like that. But they are some full-blooded tackles from both sets of players. A low throw, but well caught. The 28 has the handoff.
Good wrap up.
It's Justin Laconi making the forward progress for Sullivan West.
Joe Cortez with the tackle, right?
Yeah, Cortez going to Coach Logan to get. Oh, they're waving at the clock or waving at something.
Holding on offense too. Penalty was called. Right. Was there a penalty called?
So what's Petway's position if he's that deep? Receiver.
Safety.
Are they going to punt it?
He's a safety.
They're going to punt, right? So he's going to be the receiver of the punt, potentially. Oh, a high throw. He just about catches it, gets the punt. It's going to go out of bounds. Petway doesn't need to run to catch that. And so with a minute 22 until halftime, we're still tied up at 8 apiece. Elmo's defense doing what they had to do. And now their offense will get a crack at scoring, but they've only got a minute 22 to make it happen. And they've only got one timeout left to stop the clock if they need. Do you know the game of football, Jasmine? Not really? Because if you did, you could commentate. But you could commentate if you did know it. But if you don't really know it, I won't make you commentate, that's for sure. You having fun commentating, Adrian?
Yeah.
Good. Handoff, tackled. 26, Walter Evans got tackled. I mean, a caramel macchiato would be great, but it's all good. I got a banana. I got a banana in my car and a bottle of water with me here, so I'm all set. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. Friend of yours, Adrian?
Yes.
I believe she's in tech crew, so she'll be operating the camera hopefully for the second half. At which time I'll give her a shout out.
David's playing QB. Hands it off to Noah Jasofi.
Now, where did you find yourself? I imagine you played on the offense, right?
Yeah.
Where did you find yourself on offense?
I was switched out of center and left tackle or right guard.
So the noise picking up down there as the concession stand starts to get busy as we get close to halftime. Only 19.5 seconds until halftime, so the fans are starting to wind down for the halftime break. It will be third down, and I guess they got to go for something spectacular at this point. So they're trying to find something to help somebody. Not sure if it's tape for the one. We mentioned one had medical tape, right? Petway?
Yeah.
It's like they just scrambled to get something to give to him. I would say we're only 19 seconds away from halftime. There's only going to be one or two more plays in this game, in this half, sorry. But they found something for the number one. They have a timeout if they need to use it. So the referee's in there with them. So I guess he'll be the one to decide if timeout is needed or if the time's going to run out. All right, let's see what Blue Devils can do with 19.5 seconds left in the half. It is their ball. 3rd and 12 or 3rd and 13 probably.
David McCombs is at QB now. We have Sean as a wide receiver. He's solo.
You're going to get Cabrera out there. Try to get him the ball. It's a big throw.
Throw to Sean Petway.
Looking for Petway. He's going to catch it. He's going to hold
He's
it.
Gone.
Amazing catch. Amazing throw. And an amazing touchdown for Ellenville's Sean Petway.
Good throw by David.
That was a fantastic play. Let's give full credit to the offensive coaching staff there and the offensive team on the field. They switched it up. 19 seconds. They had to do something spectacular, and we just saw it. You're right. They switched it up. He hasn't been there most of the game. They put McCombs into the QB position.
Sent Sean on the fly.
Yeah, and said,
that was it.
We're going to launch it to you, Sean, so get running. And he did. And he almost dropped it, but fair play,
Caught
Sean
it off
Petway.
his helmet.
Yeah, he caught it, did not drop it, and that's all that matters. And then once he got it under control, he's got significant pace. And it's extremely hard to stop him when he's at full pace because he is a very fast runner. So great job. He's off to the shower for halftime or take a drink. 7.9 seconds left now for Blue Devils to get the 2-point conversion if they can. But they're in the lead, 14-8. And that's a great way to leave the crowd with a great feeling before halftime. Sullivan West may have a second or two to do one play. Let's see.
Oh,
23
good
skips.
Move by Cass. And he's in. It's good.
So 16-8. Right before halftime. Let's get a shot of that scoreboard nice and centered because the Blue Devil fans will like to see that. And you get a shot of the Blue Devil players as they come to huddle up. So 16-8 with 7.9 seconds left in the second quarter. That means there are 7.9 seconds left in the half. So Ellenville giving the home crowd plenty to cheer about as we approach halftime. Let's not throw it all away here. Defense has to be really focused and make sure that they do not allow Sullivan West.
Carey's back out there kicking again.
Yeah, 61's coming out there with the ball. That's going to be a Christian Cherry. So we said we would need something spectacular from Blue Devils, and we got it. So now Sullivan West need to do something equally spectacular or more spectacular to try to get any points on the board now with 7 seconds on the clock. I'm sure they'll try. Let's see, Ellenville to kick off. You mentioned it will be Cherry. Is he going with his left? Yeah, left-footed kick high Doesn't get too much forward yards on it. It went out right about the 45, 46 line for Onteora. Sullivan West, sorry. So not quite at halftime yet, but we're close. Concession stand is open. I can smell the food cooking down there.
It's making me hungry.
Yep. But we're about to go get something. If Jasmine wants to buy us all dinner, that'd be great. Maybe we'll buy Jasmine dinner. That'd be nice, right? All right. First down on the Ellenville 48. Clock ticking. He's going to go for a big throw. Throws it low. Throws it out. 2.5 seconds left.
They could get one more play in.
Yep. Time for one more play. They were going for a throwing play there. Obviously, that's pretty much what you got to do at this point. If you're looking to go get a 50-yard touchdown, you're going to need to throw it most of those yards or some of those yards. First one was unsuccessful. They'll go again, and then it'll be halftime. Let's see what they can do. Ellenville defense. Got to be big. Got to invoke the spirit of Edwin George. Be like brick walls out there. There's the throw back. The 7 throws it forward. Dropped.
Oh.
And that brings us to halftime. The 28 for Sullivan West could not control the catch. Justin Laconey. And so Blue Devils retreat to some cheers from the fans. Rounds of applause. Ellenville leads 16-8 here in their final home game of the season. This is Mr. Buckle and Edwin George. And we'll be back for the second half.
First half concludes with the Blue Devils up 16-8. I remind all the spectators in the crowd that we do have a concession stand sponsored by the senior class. Hot dogs, hamburgers, candies, drinks. Please support the fundraising efforts of the senior class.
Well, I told him that he needs to leave, but he should come back in the second half. And he's here, Jasmine's here, so in theory, if Tam comes up here, we'll take it off and go. closer shot. This is the wider shot. Which one would you rather do? The wider shot or this one? Jasmine, he's doing the wide shot. It's on the tip. Follow the ball. You gotta get closer. Zoom in a bit.
All right, so we're getting ready for the start of the second half here of Blue Devil football. This is Mr. Buckley coming to you back on the microphone. And I should be being joined momentarily by Edrin George.
What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm back.
Ellenville. Good evening, Ellenville. Good evening, Edrin.
Good evening.
It is 8:22 p.m. on Friday, September the 20th. Ellenville leads at halftime 16 to 8 points against Sullivan West. What's their mascot, Edrin?
Who, Sullivan?
Yeah.
A bulldog.
The Bulldogs. Oh, there it is. So the Sullivan West Bulldogs down by 8 points. They took an 8-point lead in this game, and then Ellenville came back with two in succession, and they lead. Bulldogs kickoff, going from right to left here.
Let's
see if the cameras get a wide shot maybe to see that ball. There's the ball.
Return. Oh, late hit.
Flag on the far side.
Maybe by, I think, 42 from Sullivan.
So the wide shot can get a little bit closer, and the closer shot can probably get a little bit looser. It's not bad for a close-up. But just be careful on the plays when the ball starts moving quickly. You might want to cut to the wide shot. These are my tips to the camera crew upstairs. We have a new crew for the second half, so shout out to If, Jazz, and Kenny. That'll be Ifratil, Jasmine, and Kenny, or Kenneth. So make sure you can always see the ball. So both cameras, one closer, one further, should always be following the ball. And if you're on the mixer, then you get to choose whose shot is live. So the wide shot is live. And we are live on YouTube. And people can watch this, obviously, on demand on YouTube. Or they can be watching it on Channel 20. The ball is dropped by Ellenville. Oh, almost a fumble. I think it bounced right up to him, and he caught it again like a basketball. But that was a scary moment there, I think, for the offense player there. It might have been Marlon Cabrera, the 3. He hasn't played too much minutes tonight, but 2 weeks ago he made an impressive 95 or more yard touchdown 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, we got plenty of papers, and they are two-sided. Nice play by Marlon Cabrera going down the center to the left. He's going to break away at his pace. He just ran out of bounds, I think, but he's such an animated player, Marlon. Great run from him. He clearly made the first down and then some. He got up to about, let's see where he fell off the field, if you will. He looks frustrated that he ran out of bounds. Perhaps he would have been able to go all the way for a touchdown there, I think, is what he's thinking. But he had some defenders close to him to put, closing him down. He made it to the 40 or the 38, 39-yard line of Sullivan West half. So a good drive there by Ellenville's number 3, Marlon Cabrera.
David at QB, Sean is running back.
Cabrera gets the handoff, makes a
Gets it
quick
again, cuts outside.
quick
Oh,
right.
he's still standing.
Wow, he held off that first tackle. It was impressive. He thought that first guy that came at him with arms around him was just going to take him out, and he kind of wrapped around him, fell down, and Marlon said, no, I can keep going. Made about a 2-yard gain. So So let's see. If you're the close camera upstairs, you probably want to zoom out just a hair. You can zoom out, and if you're the wide shot, that's a great wide shot. And if you're the close-up camera, just be careful not to get too close. And it just depends which shot the director wants to watch the play from.
Motion Marlin
let's
again.
See, Marlin.
Feed to Sean Petway.
Instead, Petway has it
Stiff
the one
arm
nice spin. Makes the camera can go down. Follow
Takes
Petway.
it to the outside.
Oh, he just falls down out of bounds. He slams the ground out of bounds. Not happy with what happened there. But he made significant forward motion, forward yardage yet again. That's impressive offensive play here in the opening stages of this second half. Blue Devils trying to get a third touchdown on the board.
The motion Marlin again. Another run by Sean. Takes it to the outside. He's fighting for the touchdown.
Oof.
Ooh, right before the...
Got close. Might be first and goal. I think in 4 downs, they made 3 first downs, if that makes sense, right? It only took them 4 to go at least 30 yards. They went basically all the way from their own 40. I think we'll be at first and goal now. 8.5 minutes in this third quarter remaining. Blue Devils looking to get another touchdown on the board. Sullivan West defense.
I'm thinking a run by Marlin. Oh.
And they're going to say fumble and a turnover. And they got it. Oh, that's disappointing. Blue Devils, such a strong offensive drive to get down to the end zone practically in about 4 plays. Maybe a couple more than that, but still very impressive offensive driving from the Blue Devils. They get right to the first and goal, and then first down, it looks like they, was it fumble?
Yeah.
Fumble and a repossession by Sullivan West. So it'll be their first down now on their own, 5-yard line or whatever it is. So
it's going to be hard for them to get down the field.
Yeah. And the defense did a great job in the closing, in the second quarter. So now they got to do it again, but Blue Devils getting so close to the end zone. And yet no touchdown to show for it. And now Sullivan West. Now what's it called? I always get it wrong. If Ellenville were to push a Sullivan West player back into his own end zone and then tackle him, that would be a safety, which is worth
2 points.
2 points to Blue Devils. Which they are close enough to do that, I think. Well, maybe they're about, they're restarting on the 5-yard line. So and obviously if you snap it backwards 5 yards, you're already in the end zone. So, and Ellenville in the second quarter did a few of those, as in they were able to tackle Sullivan West on negative yardage. So let's see. Sullivan West obviously don't want to do that. They're just trying to charge it down the center and stay out of the end zone, and they may end up kicking it if they don't get much further. Ellenville's 51. Billy Freer comes in.
Somebody has to get off. Oh.
.34, giving some kind of signals there. Eric Wright. Did you have some signals in your day, Edgen?
We had a couple on the line. We made our own up for certain plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Eric might be blitzing.
3rd and 11. Quarterback has it. He's getting out of the end zone quick. He's got some Blue Devils on his tail. Wow. Where was his help? The 7 there had no help from his defense.
Oh,
Mark Fields.
Eric knocked down.
Who's that?
Eric knocked down Mr. Logan.
The ball was dead. I wasn't even looking.
They jumped into each other.
So 6 minutes left in this quarter. It's going to be 4th and 6, 4th and 5.5.
I say 4th and 6.
So the defense coming up strong. Can they do it one more time?
They're punting.
That's the kick. It's got a decent range on it. It's not going to bounce straight out of bounds until about now. So a good kick. It means Ellenville will be restarting on about the Sullivan West 38. So defense did their job there perfectly. They were, right on the Sullivan West 5-yard line. And in 4 downs, they kept them right there until Sullivan West had no choice but to kick it. So great defense from Blue Devils. Now the offense just has to go that one extra step. They almost did it on the last offensive drive. As you mentioned, they went all good 60-yard drive right to the end zone, 1st and goal, and then they gave a turnover in possession. So now offense gets to make up for that mistake. Try to put up some more points on the board. Ellenville still leading 16-8 with about just less than 6 minutes in the 3rd quarter remaining. So we thank you for watching this game on YouTube. We're on Channel 20.
David McCombs' QB is looking long.
Oh, it's a heavy throw.
Ooh, overthrow him.
Yeah, it worked at the end of the first half. That move to McCombs to Petway resulted in a touchdown. Petway has both touchdowns tonight for Blue Devils, but that time a little heavy. A little too much on it from McCombs. Overcooked? Is that a phrase you guys use? No.
Overcooked? I don't think so.
Yeah, if the pass is too long, it's overcooked. If the pass is too short, it's undercooked.
Okay, now I see it.
If you get it right on the money, it's perfectly done.
It's well done.
Let's see if they go for it again.
They motion Sean.
This time, Petway comes
Double
across, gives them
Marlon with a cutback.
Oh, he couldn't get it out of the pack, and he ends up getting negative yardage. But the ball went up to about, it'll be 3rd and 12, 3rd and 11, I think.
I think somebody's helmet came off.
What's the worst injury you ever sustained yourself, Edrin, playing football?
Oh.
I imagine more than just a bruise. Oh, Marlon Cabrera just went down. They're taking a knee. You're right. Someone's helmet came off, perhaps?
I think my worst was my shoulder popped out.
Really?
Yeah.
From a tackle?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long? Or how much did it hurt? And how long were you out for? Minutes, days, weeks?
I didn't feel it as soon as it happened. They kind of like popped it back into place, and I kept playing. But after the game, it hit me. I was crying.
The pain was bad.
Home like nothing I felt before.
Were you able to go back into the next practice?
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a restricting injury.
Yeah.
It just hurt.
Yeah.
Does it still hurt?
No.
So maybe a dislocated shoulder, you think?
Yeah.
Who popped it back in?
Mr. Logan.
So we do have player down on the far side in Sullivan West. You can on the other camera shot, you can go ahead and maybe show us a brief glimpse of what's going on the far side. Both sides taking a knee. Ellenville's local doctor, Mr. Devin Kraft, is out there just to
also
assist.
a basketball coach.
Yep, he's there just to assist the Sullivan West coaching staff, just to make sure the guy's okay. I'm not. Did you see which number it is that went down?
No.
Marlon Cabrera, he's taking a break. Is it Nick Candelaria talking to him? I think Marlon Cabrera hasn't quite got the concept of taking a knee. He's just laying flat on his back.
Oh, he's standing back up. It's number 71.
For Sullivan West?
Yes.
That would be...
Just the one that's not on there.
Oh, that's the one that's not on there. You're right. 71, Mystery Man. So it's a pretty entertaining game so far, though. Obviously helps for the Blue Devil fans that they're leading 16-8, but it's been an entertaining game. Some good plays from both sides, some good defense from both sides. And everyone's back up on their feet I don't know if we'll see the 71 continue, but the fact that he stood up by himself is obviously the main thing.
He might take out a couple plays.
So when we resume here, it will be Ellenville 3rd and 12 from the Sullivan West 37-yard line. The clock is ticking. We have about 5 minutes to go until the fourth quarter. Snap back to McCombs. He is seriously retreating to get some yards. He better get going forwards or throw it quick. Big throw. Great catch.
That's Tyler McNeil.
And he's going to get a touchdown. Blue Devils. What a throw. What a catch. And McCombs saying, yeah, got that. He took his time for sure, McCombs there. He backtracked quite a bit. And he started to probably think, uh-oh, I better do something here. And he didn't panic. He didn't throw it out of bounds. He said, no, I see a Blue Devil. I'm going to throw it to him. And what a catch by number 8, Josh McNeil, who still had plenty of work to do. He had a defender right on his heels. He couldn't just, slowly walk to the end zone. He had to run like nothing. And he did it. Touchdown Blue Devils, 22-8. 4 minutes 46 to go here in the third quarter. Ellenville so far lost both their opening games of the season. There's the throw is intercepted or blocked, tipped. So they will not get the 2-point conversion. They will just have to settle for the 6 points they got.
Yeah.
But 6 points nonetheless. Let's get a shot of the scoreboard for the Ellenville Blue Devils here at the high school football field. It is Ellenville 22 to Sullivan West 8. And there it is. Let's zoom out a bit. Let's see the whole thing. Not bad. You can zoom out just a hair. Let's hold it. Ready, steady. Stay on the scoreboard. Let's go back to the scoreboard. There you go. The other shot can be getting like the Ellenville huddle, or the number 8 who made the catch is talking to Coach Logan right by the halfway line. So if you get that shot ready, then when you mix the shot, you can get that guy. There's a full field shot. So Ellenville leads 22-8. They'll be very happy with that. This is probably the first game they've been up this season. I know the first game of the season they went down and they were never up in that game. They tied it, but then they never got in the lead. The second game, were they ever in the lead? Last Friday? Were you there? Did you see it?
No, it was not.
I know they lost. But I don't know how if they ever took the lead this game. So they definitely took the lead. Having gone down in the first quarter, they tied it up, and now they're looking at a 22-8 lead.
Sean's kicking again.
So full credit due. Great kick right down the throat. Good catch.
And he's swarmed. Yeah. He takes outside.
Push back a bit and a great spin, and he's down. He'll recover. Well, they'll restart on the 33-yard line of Sullivan West.
That was looking to get a stop. Ooh, bad snap.
So 4 minutes and change until the end of the third quarter. It's going to be 2nd and 14.
Looking to throw.
Well, the offense has just lost their confidence for Sullivan West now. They started strong. They started confident, but well, we mentioned it was in the second quarter when their offense just gave up all those penalties, 20 yards or more in penalties. And right before that, they they did good. They took an 8-point lead in the game. Excuse me, and then they were making some pretty good drives down the field, and then they just had some lapses, some penalties, and ever since that moment, their offense has just not been cooking. And it was almost evident there. The quarterback had the ball. He really just looked like he didn't know what to do, like he didn't have a good option to do and to take. And Sullivan West needs to regain their groove.
Blitz by Eric.
There's a throw. He might be wide open. Ooh, just couldn't make the catch. 28 looking to catch it. He did have some space, and the ball wasn't far away. Justin Laconi trying to catch, but not quite close enough to him to do it. So Ellenville coaching staff and players will be the ones certainly happier than Sullivan West as they look at a what's the point lead there, Edrin? 14? 14-point lead for Blue Devils. A 2-score lead, if you will. High throw back to the 50. He has to punt it. And number 1, Petway, will let it bounce out on about the 43. 43-yard or 44-yard line of Blue Devils. And now the ball goes from a shaky offense to now what has been a confident offense. An offense that has scored 3 touchdowns in a row in this game. Or 3 unanswered touchdowns.
2 by Sean Petway and 1 by Josh McNeil.
Yeah. All of them very well executed plays. All deserved. So McCombs in the quarterback position. Petway on the sideline for this one. Handoff. Doesn't get too far. He started going with some good motion, but good pace, but they stopped. Good tackle. But the 23 for Blue Devils, Casimiro Pomales. Started going like a freight train, but ran into an immovable object. So I would say the wide shot could get just a hair closer. Just zoom in just gently from that wide shot. Not a lot, but that's good. That's probably good. Just get a little closer, but you can still follow the action nice and easy and never lose the ball. Doing a nice job up there, cameras. Vision. You're doing a nice job yourself, Edrin.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me here in the commentary booth. And McCombs throws to the... almost threw it right into the welcoming arms of the 12, Henry Peters for Sullivan West. He dropped it. That would have been an awful change in possession, turnover, interception, I guess. If you're a Blue Devil fan, it would have been awful. For Sullivan West, it could have been the spark you needed to get back into this game. So it will be 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 8. Fake
Good
handoff.
Sean cuts it out. Fumble. Ball's on the ground.
Sullivan
West has it.
Yeah, player has it. So they will be restarting right about the halfway line. That was a 3rd down for Blue Devils. And he's up, I think. He's okay. So it will be turnover and 1st down right about the halfway line for Sullivan West. Now, did you ever go away to Sullivan West, Edrin?
We never played them before.
No?
No.
On your day?
Mm-hmm. I think this might be the first time.
Yeah, it's over in Jeffersonville, right?
Yeah.
Past that? Lake Huntington. So it's a decent drive from here, right? It's a good hour, I would say. Good hour from Ellenville. And they got some good support on the far side there. They got a bleacher and then a A good sideline fence full of fans, so plenty of support. Oh, a low throw, almost dropped it. And a good tackle. Good tackle by Petway. Always so pumped. Who were the, assuming you were one of them as well, Edwin, but who were the real leaders of the varsity team back in your last couple of years?
When we first started, it was Austin Amy, Ethan Choyne, Evan Moronic. Then the next year, it really came down to Joe Horo, Sim Younger, and Zach Bonnets.
Did you see that? The referee just tossed the ball at his co-worker there. He wasn't looking and just hit him in the face. he went over to apologize. That was funny. He just threw the ball right at his co-referee's head. That was funny. I'm sorry, Arjun. So in your senior year, Younger there was one of the leaders of the team.
Yeah.
Drive down the center. He got some good forward yards that time. 61.
Christian Cherry
getting the tackle. The 20, comes over to Coach Kavanaugh. Or Coach Logan, excuse me. It's Joseph Cortez. So 3rd and 7. Oh, dropped. A drop pass back. He jumped straight to the ground and to recover it. And again, offensive coaching staff of Sullivan West is going to be not best pleased with their offense. So it will be 4th and 15. So you'd think they're going to punt it.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
They're
sending Sean back to receive.
So Blue Devils still a long way to go with 30 seconds or so until the end of this quarter. And then one more quarter and the Blue Devils will be looking to register their first win of the season. They're in a good driving position to do that right now. Nice throwback this time is punted to the left. And bounces right in front of Coach Griggs. And is caught by, who's out on the ball there? Edge? Is that Coach? Don't recognize him?
I think he coaches the Pee Wee.
Oh, okay. So the clock has stopped at 19 seconds to go in this quarter, and then we'll be at the 4th quarter. This is Mr. Buckle and Edrin coming to you on YouTube and on Channel 20. Big shout out to If, Jasmine, and Kenny upstairs, and shout out to Donald, who's been helping out a little bit as well. And the first half crew of Heather, Jules, and one other.
Daniel
Tanz is up there. Good pass.
Ooh.
Good tackle. Ooh, solid tackle. And the coaching staff's going to just say, it's all right. But he was out of bounds. Ellenville just saying, calm down, Blue Devils. But Ellenville players getting upset that the tackle basically took place when the ball was out of bounds, and he probably had a chance, but he was going pretty fast. But he did not stop himself. Maybe he couldn't. Maybe he could. But luckily, the Ellenville coaches are right there. Just it's one of those, hold me back, coach, hold me back, and the coach is like, all right, I will. You can just calm down.
15-yard penalty.
Oof, for that tackle?
Yeah.
For the out of bounds.
Late hit
off-field tackle. 15-yard penalty. We discussed that, right? We just said, what would be the penalty for that? And that's what it is, 15 yards. 1st and 10 on the 42 for Blue Devils.
Back in the pocket.
21's going to get slammed here. Oop, double teamed by the 33 and the 42. 42 for Sullivan West. I don't have a 42. I have a 43. 43 is Enoch Peters, but I don't think it is him. I don't see a 42 for Sullivan West. But he is out there, 42. And the 33 is Joe Frelipa. Sullivan West's roster sheet is not accurate, I'm afraid. So I apologize, I cannot bring you their names.
What number was it?
42 was one of the tacklers for Sullivan West, but I don't see a 42.
I don't see. I see 43.
Yeah. I guess they don't want to be famous. Because we're going out live to YouTube. Anyone in the world can watch this. And yet, if their name's not on our sheet, we're not going to say it. So is it timeout?
I think timeout.
Blue Devils?
Oh no, the end of the quarter.
End of quarter. End of quarter. What's the break between quarters, ref? Typically 5 minutes, not even 1 minute, 2 minutes, a minute, 1 minute. But it's like a 1 minute timeout, kind of, right? Between quarters.
It's a good.
Right.
It feels like 3 minutes when you're out
like
there.
3 minutes when you're out there. It's a good break.
Yeah.
It's a good,
Enough to catch your wind and get a little drink.
yeah, get a drink. Coaches can just give you a little talking to
Coach them up real quick.
Well, and yeah, it may be to calm you down. It may be to pump you up, depending what you need. If you're upset about things, you might need calming down. If things are going, or if you're being too relaxed, you might need pumping up. It's going to be Ellenville offense on the ball. You would think Coach Kavanaugh just wants to tell his guys, just keep doing what you're doing.
Run the clock out.
Just do it right. We're doing good here. We're in a good position here with 12 minutes to go now as we begin the final quarter. He said, run the clock down. Don't make any silly mistakes. If we get another touchdown, let's go for it, but let's not do anything crazy. Their offense doesn't seem to be working too good, but that obviously could all change here. Same hand off to Petway.
Sean takes it to the outside.
He
He's
might
cutting
go away
upfield.
here.
Oh, stepped out.
You're right. It's deceiving for us up here because you see the old lines from the regular size football field, and you think, oh, he's got plenty of space, and then you realize the whistle goes and he's out of bounds because it's a narrower field on 8-man football than it is on 11-man football.
I think it's a little harder to remember.
Right, even as a player.
So used to 11-man.
Right, you're so used to just
so
kind of
wide.
Even though the lines are there, just naturally, if you're used to playing 11-man football, when you catch the ball, you're just mentally thinking, I know how much wide I have to go. And then you might take a second. You might be already at speed. And think, oh, that's right. There's a white line
I'm
here.
out of bounds now.
I'm out of bounds, or I'm really close to now out of bounds. I didn't think I was that close, and changes it up. Hand
Sean
off.
with another run.
Oh,
cut back.
Oh, jink. And again. And
Stiff
a third
arm.
time. Wow.
There's a flag thrown.
Just say, all right, guys. That was some nice footwork there from Sean Petway. Drop of the shoulder, jink to the right, spin to the left, come up across, and go back to the right. A little dipsy doodle.
Shoulder pads hanging out.
He's putting a shift tonight. He's going to take a little break here to get it sorted out. Nice job, Sean. Nice job. Having a good game. 2 touchdowns for Mr. Petway as he takes a seat on the bench. If our cameras are really good while the one's on the game, one could be showing us Petway on the bench. There's one on the game. Go left a little bit, and the ball's going to be going left with the offense, we hope. And there is Petway on the bench, talking to number 51.
Willie Freer.
Yeah, Billy Freer, just saying, nice job, Sean, nice job. I think that's Nick Candelaria's brother as well, in the red T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think because he looks a bit like Nick. He looks a lot like Nick. No? Do you know who it is?
That's Alex's little brother.
Alex, little brother. Okay.
Marlon with a cutback.
Oh, Marlon's going to get
got
tagged.
swallowed.
Oh, by the 73. He wasn't letting go. That's Frank Decker, 11th grader. And you're right. He swallowed him up. He just said, "Nuh-uh, you ain't going nowhere, Marlon. You're staying right here." So 4th and 13. Ellenville may have to punt this. 61 is back there. Christian Cherry. I think he's going to kick it. He's got his arms up like he wants to hold it. So I think Cherry.
Ellenville's punting right now.
Cherry's going to kick this one, I think. Now, is this considered special teams?
Yes.
Yes.
Punting, kicking, and kick return, punt return. That's all special teams.
Oh, the throw is low.
It's a good punt.
It's a great punt. Oh, it bounced off the 34. Does that mean it's dead from where it hit him?
I think so, yeah.
Who is the 34? That's
Eric Wright.
Eric Wright. You're right. It bounced right off his noggin. It's a great kick. Now, on the snap, or the throwback to the kicker, Christian Cherry, if the ball hit the ground before he grabbed it, is that...
It's still in.
It's not like dead, right? It's still alive, right?
He could pick it up and run if he wants.
He could.
Yeah.
He could, and he could still kick it. He could bounce, pick it up, and then kick it, right?
Yeah.
Right. So that would be like a fake kick if he did that.
Yeah.
Pretend to kick, and then all of a sudden, I'm on. But not always the best idea, because
especially when you're pushed far back.
But it was a solid play from the special teams. Great punt.
So, real great punt because now they're, I think, on the 10-yard line.
Yeah, just passed it at the 14-yard line. They'll be restarting. First and 10 for Sullivan West. They got 9 minutes and 51 seconds to make up 14 points. And now the offense. Well, the referees are going over to talk to the coaching staff of Sullivan West, I think, on the far side. They may be discussing how the ball bounced off of the head of the player and maybe how that affected where the restart, but that looks pretty close to where it hit his head. I'm not sure what they're discussing with the coaching staff. Sullivan West coaching staff don't look happy, that's for sure, but that's probably because they're down 14 points. '19 looks for a throw. Oh, and a little player got on the way. 33, Nick Candelaria, I think. Yep, got on the way of it and even hit his back, I think, which is legal, right? I mean, he can catch it, so he can. It can hit him. Nothing wrong there. Flag on the play, or flag after the play. So 2nd and 10. They're doing some fakes, and whoever
Tackled by Sean Petway, threw him to the ground.
Whoever got the ball there, I think the 38, he didn't go anywhere.
That might be
28.
It's close to almost a safety.
Yeah, right. The 28, Justin Laconi. It was a little confusing from up here to see where the ball really went, but Petway saw where it went, and he just took him right out.
I gotta.
You're getting asked to help out downstairs. Yeah. Tell him you're earning your grade on the microphone, Mr. Buckler. That's what you should tell him. Oh, okay. Edwin's gonna go help out. He'll be back, I hope. So I'm up here by myself temporarily. Mr. B on the mic, and Sullivan West gets out of danger a little bit. The 12 makes it across and gets tackled. The 12 is Henry Peters. That was fast, Edrin.
What'd I miss?
Oh, 1 down, 1 tackle, Blue Devils, and a flag on the play on the 4th down. The 4th down, starting on about their own 14-yard line. Or 15-yard line. I'm not sure what the flag was for. 5-yard penalty on the defense, it looks like. False start. We think false. Huh? Encroachment. Am I right in that if it's the offense, it's a false start. If it's defense, it's encroachment? So 4th and 4. They're going to punt it either way. Right down the center. Petway's going to get it and think I can run with this.
Going to take it outside. Cut back in.
Yep. Made it back up.
It's a good return.
Yeah, made it to the 35-yard line. It's going to be a great starting position for Ellenville's offense with 8.5 minutes to go. Things are going well for the Blue Devils. A successful night of football. A comeback from 8 points down so far to 22-8 with 8.5 to go. Not over yet. Still a lot of football can be played, but you got to think Ellenville coaching staff is pleased with how things are going. Coach Kavanaugh out there now. Grigliano right behind him. Coach Logan further back on the sideline. First down. First and
David
10.
QB. I'm thinking a run by Cass. Number 23. Oh, no pass blocking. Good block. Oh, dropped it.
Looking for 8. Josh McNeil. Let's watch the headroom or how wide that shot is up there. Go down a little bit. There you go. A little bit more maybe. Go down a little bit more from that wide shot. Well, Sullivan West cheerleaders still going strong despite being down 14 points. It's going to be 2nd and 10. The 23 is going to get pushed back.
Might have gained a yard.
Number 8 ends up rolling away from that scrum for Sullivan West. Let me guess. I can't tell you who the 8 is either. I don't see one on my roster.
7.
Yeah, I see a 3 and a 6, which look a bit like an 8, but I'm pretty sure out there it is a number 8. Maybe it was 6. If it was 6, it was Gavin Housechild, a Housechild.
From Sullivan West?
Yeah.
It's 6.
Yeah, the 6, right? He rolled out the tackle. Timeout. Timeout Blue Devils. Or timeout Sullivan
To
West.
stop the clock.
Yep. So no timeouts left for either side. Who called the timeout? Ellenville? Home? Home timeout, as you mentioned, Edwin, probably to stop the clock. Because that's what's important now is 7 minutes 51. Well, Ellenville wouldn't want to stop the clock. Ellenville wants the clock to run down.
I thought Sullivan called it.
So then maybe they did. Kenny, you good?
Huh?
You'll be right back.
I have to. This is the class that I missed. He's laughing at me now.
Class is it? TV, radio, broadcast, production class? So less than 8 minutes to go when we resume here. It's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Blue Devils on about the 35-yard line of Sullivan West half. Number 1 tracking back quite a bit. He's going to go for a throw. Oh, went to his knees to make the catch and almost got wiped out. He did take a bit of a hit, I think, from the Sullivan West player. It looks like it was clean. No flags are out. He's back on his feet. The 21 for Ellenville, Noah Gisolfi. But he was looking to catch that ball. He would have been in a great position. It would have been only about 10 or more yards away from the end zone. But incomplete, unsuccessful. So it will be 4th and 11 for Blue Devils. 26 runs out to join the play. Walter Evans.
What is it, 4th and 12?
Yeah. Yep.
David playing QB. He looks to throw. Sean Petway, target? Nope.
Hits the ground and then into the arms of the 28.
How would you say that? Undercooked?
Definitely undercooked. A little raw. A little rare. Needs a little bit more time in the oven. So Sullivan West are going to restart with the ball on their own 36, 35-yard line. They're down by 14 points still, 22-8 to Ellenville with just over 7.5 minutes.
Ooh. He dropped it. Good D by, who's that? Nick? Nick Candelier. Good pass deflection.
Second and 10 for Sullivan West.
Sullivan might be looking to run the ball. Oh, they're throwing.
High throw. Ooh, almost intercepted by the Elmville 20. Joe Cortez.
Nick Candelier.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Moore, Athletic Director for the Ellenville Blue Devils, or I should say the Ellenville Central School District. 33, yeah, Nick Candelaria.
That microphone will work from up here, I think. If you wanted to like go on that wireless mic, you could be up here and still talk. The mic down there will work up here. Oh, does it? So you could open it up here and people will hear you down there.
Sullivan's running the ball, but good stop by Billy Freer and Walter Evans.
You want to commentate with Adrian for a few minutes, Mr. Moyer? You want to hop on the mic?
No, I wouldn't hop on with him. I'm not good enough to hang with. I'm not good enough to do your job. You could let him be the lead, though. Like doing this stuff?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Depends on the assignment.
Okay. I like answering the question.
Well, let's see if it has a changeover in possession here. Maybe we'll get Mr. Moore on the mic. Adrian can see what's going on upstairs for a minute. Let's see. 4th down for Sullivan West. They're going to punt it. Backfield. Gisolfi. Oh, it's a high throw.
Sean
Oh, Petway's so close to it. It's going to be on the ball anyway, but it's going to be first down on the 18-yard line. All right, Mr. Moore, you want to hop on the mic?
I will for a brief time.
Go ahead. Don't go too far, Edrin, but take a quick break. There's 6 minutes, 13 seconds left to go here in this game, in this fourth quarter. Ellenville leads 22-8, and they'll be restarting with the offense in a very good position, about the 19-yard line of Sullivan West. And they'll be looking to add to their 14-point lead. I'm joined on the microphone right now by Mr. Kermit Moyer. Good evening, Mr. Moyer.
Yes, Alan, thank you for having me tonight.
No problem, man. How's your evening going?
Oh, it's been great. You know, it's been a good event for us tonight with our second home game of the season with the Mod 8 football season, and kids are playing really well and matching up really well against Sullivan West, and it's good to see the kids having a lot of positive success, and looks like we'll be, hopefully securing our first win of the season here.
Yeah, almost dropped the throwback, but maintaining control. Pass off to Petway. He's going to go almost all the way. Does the wall stop him right before the end?
Oh, that was a great run. That was a great run, yeah.
Touchdown, Blue Devils, I think.
Not
quite.
No signal yet.
No signal. It's going to be close. No good, right?
I think they're going to place it certainly.
That's going to be like first and goal.
First and goal.
Inches?
Maybe within the 1 yard line.
It was very close. Great offensive play from Petway. He's got 2 touchdowns this evening. And he was one of the seniors who was recognized pre-game. Ellenville passes back to the 5, hands off to the 1. Petway can't quite get it.
He's in.
He's in. There's a flag on the play.
All right, we'll see if it holds up.
Let's see what they say. But, yeah, he was one of the seniors who you introduced pre-game, right, Mr. Moore? Tonight was senior recognition night.
Yes, it was great. We had 6 of our seniors, and it was great to see them here supported, by their families and friends and relatives and all of that. It's always a nice event to have senior recognition, whether it's for football or any sport, But obviously with football, you get some, a good crowd watching the event. So that was great.
And there is a good crowd here tonight to watch this game and cheer on all the players. And as you mentioned, they're looking at a victory. There's still 5 minutes to go, and Ellenville just got a penalty to push them back. If they got that touchdown, or if they get a touchdown now, that would be a significant one to really stake their claims for a win here. But they just got a 10-yard penalty, I think.
Yes, you're right, Alan. Yeah. I'm not sure what the call was, but
it's being given as first down. There's not the yardsticks are down, but it is given as first down.
So if the yardsticks are down, it probably means it's still first down and goal. So maybe it was it maybe a 20-yard penalty? Because we were down by the 1, weren't we?
And now we're at the 15.
Oh, maybe it was a 15-yard penalty.
So maybe a 15-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty, yes.
So it's still
first down. First and goal. Yes.
But with a 15-yard penalty.
15 yards.
Now they're moving them back up. So now it's only a 10-yard penalty, we think.
Okay, so yeah. So
some confusion, I think.
Yeah. Well, kudos to the officials then for, trying to figure it out and get it right so they know. So I think there's still some question out there maybe from the Sullivan West side on what the call was and why the change in how much the penalty was in terms of being 15 versus 10 yards against us.
And we've been giving a shout-out to their coaches all night. I don't think we mentioned your opposite number over there. That's going to be David
Franskevich, yep. Dave is also the athletic director there. He's a good man. He's had some coaching experience, I think, in other sports too. But, he's considered one of the assistant coaches. And looks like they have a co-coaching situation, J.P. Lang and Ron Bauer. But it's been a good matchup for us. And, again, this is a Division I game. In 8-man football this year, there's 2 divisions, Division I and Division II. So many of the schools on the western side of the section, which includes us, Fallsburg, Roscoe, Tri-Valley, Sullivan West. I think if I name 5 schools, that's our 5-team division. It was a 6-team division, and as many people in the football community have learned, Eldred dropped their program just prior to the season due to low turnout and low participation numbers. So we have a division of 5, so we'll have we should have 4 division games. I think all the rest of our games are division games. Our first 2, again, were from teams from Division II, which is the eastern side of the section.
Okay, so you can play teams from outside your division. They're just not considered division games?
Correct.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, so just like an 11-man, if we would play say we'd play a Class C school when we were B, or if we were a Class C school and we played a B school, that would be a non-division game.
Right.
Yes.
Now, will there be a winner of Division I and a winner of Division II?
Yeah, so they still have a playoff format, and they even have regional play in 8-man football. As soon as if there's enough schools that continue to go to this programming due to low participation, there could ultimately be at some point maybe down the road a state tournament game for 8-man football. But right now, the ending season for us in our area here would be a regional game. And I think last year Tri-Valley played in the regional game against a team from Section 4. So I think Tri-Valley was the sectional championship team last year in 8-man football. So, we're looking forward to that. Again, that's a division game for us this year. So think that's
No.
at Tri-Valley, actually.
So now this is the second and last home game of the regular season.
That is correct. So
With
we,
Blue
yeah,
Devils?
yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, with the drop of Eldred dropping their program, that was our third home game. So we had 7 scheduled games, 4 on the road, 3 away. They try to alternate that every year. I think last year when we were last season, we ended up having, I think it was 4 or 5 home games compared to the number of away games. So it just happened to be flipped this year, and now it's even a little more significant because we lost a home game and we were not able to pick up a game. Our sectional coordinators worked with other sections. Section 1, the Westchester, Rockland County, that they don't. There's no schools that play 8-man football there. The Albany area, Section 2. They also don't have any 8-man football programs. Section 4 does, but we weren't able to pick up a game with anybody that needed a game. They have even teams, so I think their schedules are, corresponding to be full. So in Section 3 has some 8-man programs, but they didn't have any teams that were looking for games either. So it's unfortunate for our kids. I hope, we continue to have success throughout the rest of the season and hopefully make a playoff run. And if we do, we would just not have a game to play, in that week 7 of our season.
So
there goes Pat Way off a couple tackles.
And he's going to make the touchdown. The game got
yes.
Underway after a lengthy pause there. Some timeouts, I think, going on, but we've just resumed, and Sean Petway on the first down from the resumption of play there makes the touchdown. He puts it up to now Ellenville 28 to Sullivan West's 8 points. So that should be enough to secure a victory, you would hope. 20-point lead with less than 5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
We're not going to count chickens, but it looks good.
Yeah, I think our defense has played well too. For throughout the whole game to keep the team to a first half score and only 8 points and still sustain that. That's a good positive thing for us to continue to build on. For our kids and as they continue to move forward into next week's game. Which I believe is at Fallsburg, I believe.
The away game next week?
Yeah, it's an away game, and I think the week after that we play Roscoe.
61 gets a spin from the defender, Christian Cherry, unable to get the 2-point conversion. So Ellenville are 2 for 4 on their 2-point conversions, giving them the score of 28-8. As we said, that gives them a 20-point lead now with less than 5 minutes remaining, 4:46 to be exact. We can try to get a shot at the scoreboard for you.
So have you had some chance, Alan, today to talk a little bit about some other sports here across the district?
I have not.
I know you were at a pretty good soccer game today, right?
I think we won by a handy score.
It was
right?
4-0.
4-0?
Yeah, we beat Rondout 4-0.
Excellent.
Boys soccer is doing well.
Both soccer programs are doing
well
this year, boys and girls.
Yeah, on the boys' side, they had a tough game with Spack and Kill and ended up in a loss, but they've been competing very well, and the girls are doing fantastic.
Yeah. 2
key wins this week over Rhinebeck, and they beat Onteora 1-0 yesterday, I heard.
So now I know the boys have clinched sections already. Do you know if that's true for the girls? Because their record is similar.
Yeah,
to the boys.
like I said, we talked about this before. There's a couple of different formulas, and one is overall record against B schools in Division 3, Division 3 mid-hall record, So, I would have to take a look at it a little more closely on the girls' side. But let me see if I think back, right? The girls have beat Rhinebeck.
Ooh, he caught it, dropped it, bounced up luckily, and he has it now to 33. Ooh, made a good run. He's still going. He finally gets brought down.
Tackled down by Petway.
Yep.
It's a good stop by Sean.
He almost got up to the 45-yard line. So, yeah, I get the post-match reports from Coach Maxwell Mead of the boys' varsity soccer team, and I was surprised. I think it was almost last game or 2 games ago. He sort of said, with this victory, we clinched sections. Like, well, that's early to be clinching sections. But obviously, like you said, there are different ways to clinch it, and whatever teams they had played and had beaten meant that they had clinched sections. So I know the boys are in already, and the girls are having a fantastic season. So I would like to think that they will get to sections as well, but it might not be confirmed yet, and obviously there are still plenty more games to play.
No, you're right. I think if I think back to the boys have beat Onteora twice, and let's see, they lost to SPAC, and they haven't played Rhinebeck. They still have to play Rhinebeck twice. So,
the throw to the side, 28. Flag on the play. 28 was maybe just out of bounds when he caught it. It's Justin Laconi.
But going back to the girls, on the girls' side for our soccer, I think, with a victory over Rhinebeck, a victory over Onteora, and they've beaten SPAC, the worst they could finish is 3-3 in the division. So they
doesn't that qualify you?
I think 500 in your division will qualify you. I believe so. Yeah.
So we think we'll be going to sections
pretty certain
as well.
there. Yes.
I hope to cover. I haven't done any. They haven't had many or any home games yet. They've done one, and Mr. Lukaseski was there for that one.
Yeah, they had. I think we played Millbrook at home.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that. I plan to be there next week for the next home game.
Okay.
There is a boys home. There's a boys and a girls game next week at Leipold, I think. So I plan to cover both of those.
Yes, I think the boys are hosting SPAC and Kill on Monday. I believe.
Yeah, and then the girls are later in the week, I think. So I plan to check out both varsity soccer teams next week. Interception,
Noah Gisolfi, 21.
Firework just went off. How does that go? Is that planned, Mr. Moyer?
I'm not aware. No.
That was incredible. Interception from the 21. He gained a good 20 yards, and then he was pretty much tackled, and then a firework just happened to go off across the street, and it seemed almost too perfect.
Yeah, that was off campus. That was
right.
Across the berm, and so that was interesting.
And Ellenville, with that, they're celebrating like they won, which they're certainly getting closer and closer to that stage now. Great interception, though. A great interception by Blue Devils. Gisolfi takes a break. Ellenville has a squad on the field to get a first down, play a 1st and 10 from just inside the Sullivan West half. And that was funny, that firework went off right then. .23.
Handoff, yep. Up the middle, looks about 3 to 4 yards.
Can't quite get as far as he would like. Casimir Pomales. Clock is ticking at 3:30. And maybe before you go, Mr. Moore, before this game finishes, you'll have time. I talked a bit about it. We were recording, and so it was captured on film, and so it'll be on repeat performances before the game, along with the seniors being recognized. 2 different banners were recognized as well, correct?
Yes, yeah, it was great. We were able to recognize the division championship team from 2017, which included many of our players on this year's team who would have been freshmen or sophomores on that group. Also, there were many of the alumni and the seniors from that senior group in 17, who graduated in June of 18. It was good to see many of them here, too, to be for there. And then, obviously, it was, Coach Kavanaugh had found out. There goes Kaz.
He's going to go all the
way.
Kaz
going all the way. He's got some speed. Relatively untouched for about a
48-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I was going to say roughly 45 to 48-yard touchdown run. Yeah, it was a super run. Good blocking up front by the line. Helped to create that hole for him off the left side, and great run.
Yeah, he's the only freshman on the roster, I think. Kaz Pomales, 9th grader, number 23, with a fantastic touchdown. And now the Blue Devils can finally smile and relax and think, yep, we should be looking at a victory now. 34-8 with 2.5 minutes to go. Sullivan West, it's just not gone well for them ever since that. I talked about it with Edge on the mic. In the first quarter, they started strong. They got the opening 8 points. But then when they went down the other end of the field, they gave up 20 or 25 yards in penalties in the course of 3 downs. And ever since that moment, Marlon Cabrera gets the 2-point conversion. And he raises his hand to say, yeah, that was me, by the way. But, yeah, ever since that moment where they just gave up all those penalties, their offense has just not looked as strong as it did in the first play.
It hasn't. And I think part of that, too, is I was talking to another coach in our division who's here scouting tonight, and Fred Ahart from Roscoe, and I think there was an injury. I think their starting quarterback has not been playing since maybe early first half. Number 13, I think, was his number. I don't think he's been playing, so I'm not sure what the injury was. But
that would be Gabe Campanelli.
yeah, I don't think he's been playing for the majority of the game since.
Yeah, I think he started, but he got injured, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what injury he sustained, but
okay.
With that being said, he's I'm sure that's had a big impact on their offense tonight as well. But as we all know. In football and many sports, injury is a risk and it's part of the game, and you have to be prepared. And as you hear him say on TV and NFL, next man up.
Yep.
So
it's an opportunity for someone else to step up, and you hope they can fill the shoes. But if one of your star players is your quarterback, it's obviously going to hurt if you lose them.
So, all right. Well, it's been great talking to you as always. I'm going to get ready here as we get ready for the end of the game. And is Edrin back?
Is he back? No, he's not.
He's not back.
There's the kickoff. That's all right, Mr. Moore. I can fly solo for the last 2.5 minutes if you want. It's all good.
Very good. Yeah, I'm going to get ready and help. As we do our post game management and we get things ready to clean up from this event.
It'll be celebrating the seniors and the whole team as they come off tonight in the next 2.5 minutes. So.
But, always a pleasure to be on with you, Alan, and or Tim. And if we were at a soccer game coming up in the fall, I'd love to chat then too.
That sounds great.
All right. Have a good night.
Thanks, Kermit.
You're welcome.
No problem. Mr. Moore, the athletic director for the Ellenville Blue Devils right there. So 2 minutes, 25 seconds on the clock. Ellenville just kicked it off. It's going to be Sullivan West's ball in just a sec. Tackle there. Not too much forward motion. So not too much longer left in this game either. We're at 2 minutes and 8 seconds. And the clock is ticking here. Ellenville leading 36-8 as we enter the final 2 minutes. No 2-minute warnings here. That's just in the NFL. It's all smiles out there for the Blue Devils. 2nd and 14. Might be a timeout. It's a balloon almost on the field. Picked up. Minute 38. Ifratil's coming down from upstairs. What's up, If? You want to come on the commentary for the last minute and a half? Yeah, how about you get a shot of them on the camera and I'll recognize them. Go ahead, If. Shout out to If. One of my vision crew upstairs just came down to chat. 2nd and 14. So 2nd and 14. Sullivan West throws us to the side. Good tackle. Solid, not overdone. Knocked him down. Josh McNeil. Good tackle. As we approach 1:10 in this game, so get some scoreboard shots ready, certainly. Don't have to go into it just yet, but we are getting close to a scoreboard shot here as we get close to the final minute. So if you want to have one camera on the field, one on the scoreboard, you can. There it is. 1 minute to go. 36-8. It's going to be 3rd and, goodness me, it's going to be 3rd and about 16 or 3rd and 18 as we get ready to restart here. Clock still ticking down. Ellenville about to catch the dub. Thanks to many, many touchdowns. We're underway. Sullivan West eventually goes out. And there is the countdown to 0. Final tackle of the game. Ellenville wins 36-8, and the 26th there with a final tackle. Walter Evans just to cap it off. Blue Devils are victorious. Let's focus. There's the scoreboard. Let's get some of the celebrations, and that's going to be the handshakes as well on the field. So you can leave that shot up and get that shot ready to get the handshakes. You got it. So this has been Mr. Buckler bringing you the commentary. I wanted to give a big shout out to Mr. Edrin George, who was around, and to Mr. Moyer, and then to all my camera crew and vision crew upstairs. That includes that includes Tans, that includes Kenny, includes Heather, Jules, Kenny. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. I'm sure I am. But a big thank you to all of the crew upstairs. And let's see the handshakes between Ellenville Blue Devils and Sullivan West. And Ellenville does indeed catch the dub. So we are done here. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning in on YouTube and everywhere else. And we are done here for the evening. Again, thanks to all my tech crew. And I will see you at the next soccer game, I'm sure, on YouTube and on Channel 20. This is Mr. Buckler signing off.